Have you ever felt like someone's attention is on you more than it should be, but you can't quite put your finger on why? Maybe they text you unexpectedly, laugh at your jokes more than anyone else, or seem to show up wherever you are. At first, you might dismiss it as coincidence or kindness, but the truth is, when someone has deep feelings for you, even if they don't say it, their actions often reveal everything. Love, admiration, and emotional attachment don't always come with obvious words or grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the tiny, almost invisible signs that speak the loudest. In this video, we're diving deep into 15 hidden signs that someone is secretly emotionally invested in you. These aren't the cliché, they're like your Instagram post types of signals. We're talking about subtle, everyday behaviors that show someone's heart is quietly leaning toward you, even if their lips never admit it. From the way they mirror your movements, to the way they remember small details about your life, these signs are a silent language of care, attention, and sometimes even love. You might notice they reach out just to check in, or that they make small, thoughtful gestures that go unnoticed by others. Maybe they prioritize your comfort over their own, or they get a little nervous around you in ways that are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. These are the little breadcrumbs of hidden affection, signals that reveal their emotions without needing to say a single word. By recognizing these patterns, you'll not only understand their intentions better, but you'll also see the depth of the emotional connection they've quietly built with you over time. Throughout this video, we'll explore each of these 15 hidden signs in detail, giving you clear examples and insights so you can start noticing them in your own life. Whether it's someone you've known for years, a friend who's always around, or a new person entering your world, these signs are universal and easy to spot once you know what to look for. So, if you've ever wondered whether someone secretly has feelings for you, or if you just want to understand the subtle ways people express care and affection, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll be able to see beyond the surface and recognize when someone's heart is quietly leaning toward you, even if they've never said a word. Get ready to uncover the hidden signals of love, care, and emotional connection that might have been in front of you all along, but you just didn't notice. 1. They always remember small details about you. When someone has deep feelings for you but hides them, they pay attention to things most people overlook. It could be your favorite coffee order, the way you twist your hair when nervous, or a song you casually mentioned once months ago. Remembering these small details isn't just about being observant. It's a subconscious way of showing care and connection. Even if they don't verbally express their feelings, these memories guide their actions, like surprising you with a book you once mentioned or noticing when you're having a bad day. This behavior reflects emotional investment. They are listening, absorbing, and valuing what makes you unique. Often, they might act casually, as if remembering such things is natural, but the effort behind it is significant. Over time, these small acts accumulate into a subtle yet powerful signal of their hidden affection. This is why friends or acquaintances might never notice, yet you feel a quiet sense of being understood when you're around them. Their memory of the tiniest details becomes a private language of care, one that only you get to experience. Observing this pattern consistently is a key indicator that someone's heart is quietly drawn to you, even if they never admit it. 2. They make subtle efforts to be around you. One of the most telling signs of hidden affection is a consistent, low-key effort to spend time near you. It's not flashy or attention-seeking. They won't announce themselves loudly or make obvious moves. Instead, they find small, natural ways to cross paths, choosing the same workspace, attending events they know you will be at, or timing their breaks to align with yours. These efforts often go unnoticed by others because they are so understated. What matters is the intention behind these actions. They value your presence enough to adjust their routines subtly. This is different from mere convenience or coincidence. It's a quiet dedication that reflects emotional investment. They might sit near you in meetings, linger when others leave, or casually start a conversation whenever possible. Their presence becomes a silent reassurance. They want to be near you without forcing it. Over time, these small, consistent actions create an invisible thread connecting them to you emotionally. The subtlety of their approach also highlights their hesitation or shyness. They may fear exposing their feelings outright. Understanding this sign requires sensitivity, noticing patterns, not single instances. When someone consistently seeks proximity to you in quiet, unassuming ways, it's a strong clue that their feelings are deeper than what they reveal. 3. Their body language leans toward you. Body language is often the unconscious mirror of hidden emotions. When someone harbors deep feelings but keeps them secret, their posture, gestures, and orientation often reveal what words conceal. Leaning slightly toward you while talking, angling their body in your direction, or subtly mirroring your movements are all signs of subconscious attraction. They might tilt their head when you speak, maintain prolonged eye contact, or position themselves in your line of sight in group settings. Even small gestures like leaning forward during a conversation or lightly mirroring your hand movements indicate a strong emotional connection. These nonverbal cues happen instinctively. They reveal interest and attention without requiring a verbal declaration. Often, they accompany micro-expressions, a fleeting smile when your eyes meet, subtle excitement in gestures, or minor adjustments in posture to seem more approachable. Even if they don't verbalize their feelings, their body communicates them naturally. Over time, attentive observation of these patterns can make the unspoken message clear. They are emotionally invested and drawn to you. Understanding these cues requires mindfulness, as they are subtle and easy to overlook. In essence, their body language becomes a hidden language of affection, quietly signaling their interest while they consciously try to hide it. 4. They listen more than they speak around you. When someone harbors deep feelings but chooses to hide them, one of the clearest signs is their tendency to listen more than they speak. They pay attention to your words, your tone, and even the emotions behind your statements. Their focus isn't superficial. They absorb your stories, your frustrations, your dreams, and your quirks with genuine interest. By listening carefully, they show that they value your inner world, even if they don't verbally express their feelings. Often, they ask thoughtful follow-up questions or respond in ways that reflect understanding rather than trying to dominate the conversation. This behavior is subtle, but it demonstrates emotional investment. They prioritize your voice over asserting their own. They may stay quiet in a group setting, allowing you to lead conversations, or offer their thoughts sparingly, saving them for moments when you'll appreciate them most. Listening is also a way to connect emotionally without risking vulnerability. Through attentiveness, they communicate care without overtly revealing their hidden affection. Over time, this pattern of listening creates a safe space for you and signals that your presence deeply matters to them. 5. They offer help without being asked. Someone with hidden feelings often expresses care through actions rather than words. They notice when you might need assistance and quietly step in without seeking recognition or making a show of it. This could be anything from helping with a task, giving advice, or simply anticipating your needs before you even mention them. Their actions are thoughtful and consistent, reflecting attention to details about your life and routines. Importantly, they do this subtly. They avoid making you feel indebted or embarrassed. Offering help without being asked shows a combination of attentiveness, empathy, and a desire to make your life easier. It's a form of unspoken affection. They want to support you and be present in your life without revealing their emotional attachment outright. Over time, these acts create a sense of comfort and reliability. You may notice that they frequently appear at the right time, or their presence coincides with moments when you need support, even if you haven't expressed it. This consistent, quiet generosity signals their feelings in a way that words cannot, revealing a deep, concealed emotional connection. 6. They mirror your movements or mood. Mirroring is a powerful, often subconscious sign of emotional connection. Someone who secretly has deep feelings for you may unconsciously mimic your posture, gestures, speech patterns, or emotional tone. This behavior occurs because humans naturally mirror those they feel close to or attracted to. It's a form of empathy and bonding. For example, if you cross your arms, they might do the same. If you laugh softly, they echo it. If you're feeling stressed or excited, they subtly adjust their energy to match yours. This is not imitation for the sake of mockery. It's a sign of genuine connection and attentiveness. Mirroring allows them to feel closer to you emotionally, even if they can't express their feelings verbally. Over time, these subtle cues create an unconscious sense of harmony, making your interactions feel effortless and comforting. Observing these patterns requires attentiveness, as they are rarely overt. The key is consistency. Repeated subtle mimicry in body language or tone often indicates emotional investment. When someone consistently aligns their movements or mood with yours, it's a strong, hidden sign that their heart is quietly tuned to yours, even if they never admit it. 7. They get nervous or shy in your presence. One of the most common hidden signs of deep feelings is subtle nervousness or shyness around you. This isn't always dramatic. Often, it's displayed through minor gestures like fidgeting, avoiding prolonged eye contact at first, stammering slightly, or clearing their throat more than usual. These behaviors stem from the emotional intensity they feel, but are trying to conceal. When someone has strong, hidden feelings, they want to make a good impression, but the fear of exposing their emotions can create a natural tension. You might notice their movements are slightly tentative, their voice softer, or their hands occupied with something like a cup or pen as a coping mechanism. They may also blush or smile nervously, especially during one-on-one conversations. The nervousness is often inconsistent. They might seem calm in general, but noticeably uneasy when the attention is focused on you. Recognizing this sign requires careful observation over time, as it's subtle and easily mistaken for general anxiety or personality traits. The key clue is that this nervousness appears specifically and consistently in your presence, and often disappears or reduces when others are around or when they are not interacting with you. It's a silent, human way of signaling that your presence matters deeply and that their emotions run stronger than they allow themselves to show. 8. They compliment you in unexpected ways. Someone with hidden feelings doesn't just give generic compliments. They notice unique, specific qualities that others may overlook. These compliments are subtle, unexpected, and deeply personal, reflecting a high level of attention and admiration. Instead of commenting only on appearance, they might praise your humor, insight, resilience, or small acts of kindness that go unnoticed by others. They deliver these compliments casually, often as part of a conversation, so it doesn't feel like a grand declaration but still carries emotional weight. The key is that these compliments feel genuine and thoughtful. They reveal what they truly value about you rather than what's socially acceptable to notice. This subtlety allows them to express affection without risking vulnerability or embarrassment. Over time, the accumulation of these unique compliments creates a sense of being truly seen and appreciated. They may also tailor their praise to moments when you need reassurance or validation, showing intuitive understanding of your emotional state. These unexpected, specific compliments are a quiet but powerful indication that someone's feelings go beyond friendship or casual liking. They reflect admiration, care, and a deeper emotional connection they choose not to verbalize openly. 9. They prioritize your comfort over theirs. A hidden sign of deep feelings is when someone consistently prioritizes your comfort, convenience, or happiness over their own. They may adjust their schedule to meet you, choose a seating spot that puts you at ease, or accommodate your preferences even when it's slightly inconvenient for them. This behavior often goes unnoticed by others because it is subtle and done without fanfare. The intent behind it is not obligation. It's an instinctive, empathetic response to ensure you feel cared for and safe. People with hidden affection will often notice small discomforts you might not vocalize, like a room temperature preference, seating choice, or timing of an activity, and adjust their actions quietly to suit you. They may also go out of their way to avoid putting you in awkward situations, even if it requires extra effort. This constant attentiveness reflects emotional investment and an internal desire to nurture your well-being. Unlike superficial gestures, these acts are consistent and deliberate, demonstrating that they value your happiness more than their own convenience. Over time, the accumulation of these small, thoughtful actions signals care, attention, and unspoken affection, quietly revealing that their feelings are much deeper than casual friendship or acquaintance. 10. They reach out just to check on you. A subtle but powerful sign of hidden affection is when someone reaches out simply to see how you're doing. These messages or calls aren't prompted by necessity or shared tasks. They come from a genuine desire to connect and ensure your well-being. It could be a casual "how's your day going?" text, a quick note asking if you got home safely, or even checking in when they know you're stressed. What makes this different from ordinary friendliness is consistency and attentiveness. They remember details from previous conversations and follow up on them, showing that they genuinely care about your life and emotions. Even if they don't explicitly say they care, the repeated effort signals that you're on their mind more than anyone else's. The key here is intention. Their outreach isn't transactional. It's motivated by concern and emotional investment. Over time, this pattern builds a quiet sense of security and warmth, indicating that their feelings are deeper than surface-level friendship. This behavior is especially noticeable when they initiate contact more often than you do or make a point to reach out even during busy periods. It's a subtle yet unmistakable sign that their heart is quietly engaged with yours, and their affection exists in thoughtful, everyday actions rather than overt declarations. 11. They laugh at your jokes more than others. When someone secretly has deep feelings for you, their laughter is rarely casual. They laugh more readily at your jokes, even when they're not particularly funny, and their smiles or chuckles are often accompanied by a sparkle in their eyes or subtle body language that shows genuine delight. This behavior is more than politeness. It's a way of signaling connection and enjoyment of your presence. Laughing at your humor allows them to bond emotionally without having to verbalize their feelings. It also reflects attentiveness. They notice the nuances of your tone, timing, and expression, responding with warmth that goes beyond normal social interaction. Over time, the frequency and enthusiasm of their laughter can become a pattern that sets you apart from others. Even in group settings, they may focus their attention on you, laughing at your jokes first or more readily than they do with others. This pattern is subconscious. It's difficult to fake genuine amusement consistently. When observed over time, it's a strong indication that they're emotionally invested and want to create a sense of closeness with you without openly admitting their feelings. Their laughter becomes a quiet, hidden expression of affection that signals they value not only your humor, but also your presence. 12. They find excuses to start conversations. A subtle yet revealing sign of hidden feelings is when someone consistently finds reasons to talk to you, even about trivial or mundane topics. They may comment on small details, ask questions about your day, or bring up shared experiences as an excuse to connect. The conversation itself is secondary. The underlying intention is proximity, both emotionally and socially. They want to engage with you, maintain contact, and create opportunities to interact without risking vulnerability by confessing feelings outright. This behavior often manifests as persistence without overstepping boundaries. They start conversations casually, wait for natural openings, and ensure the interaction feels organic rather than forced. Over time, the frequency and pattern of these interactions can become noticeable. They're always finding a reason to communicate, even if the topic seems insignificant. This shows emotional investment, attentiveness, and a desire to deepen the connection quietly. Unlike friends who may only converse when necessary or convenient, someone with hidden feelings deliberately seeks moments to engage, creating subtle opportunities to nurture closeness. Observing this behavior over time reveals an unmistakable pattern. They are emotionally drawn to you and use everyday conversation as a safe, low-risk way to express interest and affection without verbalizing it. 13. They remember your important dates. A hidden sign of deep feelings is when someone remembers dates that matter to you, birthdays, anniversaries, or even small personal milestones. This isn't just casual memory. It reflects emotional investment and attentiveness. They may subtly reference these dates, send a thoughtful message, or acknowledge them in ways that show they care without making it obvious. Remembering important dates demonstrates that you are significant in their mind. They are paying attention to your life and valuing moments that are meaningful to you. This goes beyond social etiquette. The effort to remember often comes from a genuine desire to make you feel seen and appreciated. Even if they don't overtly celebrate these dates, the subtle acknowledgement alone can signal hidden affection. Over time, Consistently recalling these details highlights their emotional attachment because they are taking mental notes of your life events as if you matter more than others. This quiet attentiveness is a way of expressing care without verbal declarations. Unlike casual acquaintances who may forget or overlook such dates, someone with hidden feelings treats them as important markers to connect emotionally with you. Recognizing this pattern requires attention to consistency. Repeated acknowledgement of your meaningful moments is a strong indicator of affection that is deeply felt but deliberately understated. 14. They show subtle jealousy around others. Subtle jealousy is a clear but understated sign of hidden feelings. Someone who cares deeply for you may display minor, almost imperceptible reactions when others show you attention or flirt with you. This could include slight changes in body language, such as leaning closer to you, a brief tightening of facial expressions, or subtly redirecting the conversation toward themselves. They may make small, playful remarks or tease you lightly, but the underlying emotion is protectiveness or concern about your attention being elsewhere. Unlike overt jealousy, which can be aggressive or obvious, subtle jealousy is controlled, almost hidden, because they are trying not to reveal the depth of their feelings. These microreactions are instinctive. They happen without conscious thought and often disappear quickly. Over time, if you notice that they consistently display minor signs of discomfort or attentiveness whenever someone else engages closely with you, it indicates emotional attachment and interest. Their hidden jealousy signals that they value their emotional connection with you and feel a desire to maintain closeness, even if they cannot openly admit their feelings. It's a quiet, human reaction that reflects care, protectiveness, and longing in subtle, socially acceptable ways. 15. They share personal thoughts only with you. A profound sign of hidden affection is when someone chooses to confide in you exclusively. They may reveal personal stories, dreams, fears, or experiences they don't share with others, creating a private emotional space. This selective openness demonstrates trust, comfort, and a desire for intimacy, even if they hide their romantic feelings. Sharing personal thoughts is a subtle way to bond emotionally without risking vulnerability by expressing attraction directly. They might discuss their struggles, small victories, or even mundane details that hold personal significance, but the underlying intention is connection. They want you to feel included in their inner world. Over time, this consistent sharing highlights a deep emotional investment. It shows that you occupy a special place in their life, and they feel safe confiding in you because of the bond they perceive. Unlike casual friendships, where personal stories are more widely shared, this selective intimacy indicates trust and affection beyond surface-level interaction. Observing this pattern consistently suggests that their heart is engaged. They want closeness, connection, and mutual understanding, all while keeping their deeper feelings hidden. Their openness is a quiet but powerful declaration of their care and emotional attachment to you, building an invisible yet meaningful bond over time.